The 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle remains one of the most iconic American muscle cars ever produced. A machine that perfectly bridges the raw, unfiltered power of the 1960s with the precision and craftsmanship of modern performance builds. This particular example takes that legacy and injects it with a heavy dose of contemporary engineering, transforming it into a stunning Restomod that respects its heritage while confidently stepping into the future. Every inch of this car has been reimagined, refined, and rebuilt with the intention of creating something that feels both familiar and entirely new. It's not just a Chevelle. It's a statement piece, a bold expression of what happens when passion and precision meet under one roof. Finished in a captivating shade of Brandywine, the exterior of the Chevelle gleams with a deep, mirror-like luster that seems to shift tone as light dances across its surface. The color isn't just paint, it's personality, one that radiates confidence and sophistication while hinting at the explosive potential hiding beneath the hood. The stance is low and assertive, thanks to a carefully dialed suspension setup and those gorgeous billet specialties wheels that strike a perfect balance between classic style and modern performance. The fit and finish throughout are remarkable, each body panel meticulously aligned and the chrome trim polished to perfection. This isn't a quick makeover. It's a show-quality build that captures attention without shouting for it. Open the door and the transformation continues. The interior has been completely reborn in a mix of black leather and suede, creating a tactile environment that feels luxurious yet purposeful. The seats offer the perfect blend of comfort and support, while the suede headliner and door panels tie the cabin together with a cohesive, upscale aesthetic. Every detail has been considered, from the custom-stitched door inserts to the bespoke center console that gives the cockpit a tailored, performance-oriented layout. The modern digital dash delivers a sleek, tech-forward contrast to the car's classic lines, and the Kenwood audio system with custom speakers ensures that the soundtrack matches the ferocity of the driving experience. It's a space that celebrates both craftsmanship and creativity, a perfect mix of form and function. But as with any true muscle car, the real magic happens under the hood. Powering this beast is a Procharged 540 cubic inch all-aluminum Chevy Big Block V8, a heart that beats with ferocious intent. The combination of displacement and forced induction results in staggering power delivery, offering a surge of torque that's as relentless as it is refined. Mated to a Lenco 5-speed manual transmission, the driving experience is pure and visceral, a hands-on connection between man and machine. The Procharger ensures instant response, while the exhaust system delivers a deep, thunderous note that leaves no doubt about what lurks beneath the surface. This Chevelle isn't just a restoration, it's a reimagining. Every nut and bolt, every stitch of leather, every metallic flake in the paint has been chosen to create something truly special. With only about 100 miles logged since its completion, it remains a fresh, tight, and dialed-in machine that's ready for both show fields and open roads. It's the kind of build that could sit proudly under the lights at a car show, then fire up and roar down the highway moments later. The 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle Procharged Restomod embodies the best of both worlds: classic American muscle and modern-day craftsmanship. It's a love letter to the golden era of performance cars, reinterpreted with 21st-century technology and artistry. Whether you're drawn to its stunning presence, its hand-built interior, or the sheer mechanical ferocity of that 540 Ci engine, one thing is certain: this Chevelle doesn't just turn heads, it rewrites expectations. Every great Restomod tells a story, and this 1967 Chevelle's tale is one of obsession, precision, and the unrelenting pursuit of perfection. It's clear that this isn't the kind of car that was simply built, it was crafted. Each component, from the engine bay to the smallest bolt inside the cabin, has been touched by skilled hands and a meticulous vision. There's a sense that whoever brought this machine to life wasn't satisfied with good enough. Instead, the goal was to create something that transcends time, a car that could sit comfortably beside modern supercars in performance yet still carry the soul and swagger of late 60s American muscle. The driving experience, even in brief accounts from those lucky enough to take the wheel, sounds transformative. That Procharged 540 Ci V8 doesn't just make power, it makes an event out of every throttle press. Fire it up, and the air fills with a mechanical symphony of whirring supercharger, rumbling exhaust, and the crisp crack of combustion. The idle alone sends a shiver up your spine, deep and lumpy, the kind of sound that commands respect long before the car even moves. And when it does move, when you drop the clutch and let that big block breathe, it's nothing short of explosive. The acceleration hits like a tidal wave, shoving you back into the seat while the Procharger whines its haunting metallic scream. But brute force isn't the only card this Chevelle plays. Underneath its classic sheet metal lies a carefully modernized chassis tuned to deliver more than just straight-line drama. Suspension geometry has been updated to handle the immense torque, while modern disc brakes on all four corners ensure the stopping power matches the acceleration. The steering feels direct and responsive, making this Restomod not only fast but drivable, something you can confidently enjoy without feeling like you're wrestling a piece of history. It's the kind of car that bridges generations, built for the enthusiast who loves old-school charm but demands modern-day refinement. The balance between nostalgia and innovation continues everywhere you look. The digital dash, for example, fits seamlessly into the interior, avoiding the usual clash between classic and contemporary aesthetics. It glows with crisp readouts that keep the driver informed while maintaining the simplicity of the original layout. Even the Kenwood sound system, tucked tastefully within the dash, adds just enough modern convenience without feeling intrusive. The builder clearly understood restraint, enhancing the Chevelle's usability without drowning out its authenticity. Outside, under sunlight, the Brandywine finish transforms into a deep liquid mirror, shifting from rich burgundy to almost black cherry depending on the angle. It's a color that seems alive, breathing, and dynamic, reflecting both the power within and the craftsmanship that shaped it. Walk around it slowly, and every reflection tells its own story. The curvature of the fenders, the way the light falls across the hood bulge, the subtle gleam of the chrome accents. This car doesn't need wild stripes or flashy graphics to announce itself. Its presence alone does the talking. There's also something poetic about how the Chevelle's design has endured the test of time. Decades after its debut, the 67 body still exudes confidence and proportion. It's muscular but not exaggerated, elegant yet aggressive, with lines that capture the very essence of American performance culture. In many ways, it's the perfect canvas for reinvention. A design so pure and timeless that it welcomes modernization rather than resisting it. This build celebrates that legacy, using modern techniques to emphasize what made the Chevelle great in the first place. And then there's the human element, the vision of the builder, the patience of the craftspeople, and the passion of the owner who commissioned it. Restomods like this don't come from a catalog. They're born from countless hours of planning, measuring, fabricating, and refining. Each weld, each stitch, each turn of a wrench represents a small step toward a singular dream, to bring a legend back to life, not as a museum piece, but as something that can still thrill and inspire. That's what makes this 1967 Chevelle so much more than a car. It's art in motion, a tangible expression of American ingenuity and pride. With only around 100 miles since its completion, this Chevelle remains in near-new condition, waiting for its next chapter. Whether that means dominating show fields, gracing magazine covers, or simply prowling down an open highway at sunset, it's ready. And as it idles, the big block's deep rumble echoing through the still air, you can't help but imagine the journey it's about to take. Some cars make you appreciate engineering. Others make you feel something deeper, an emotional connection that transcends metal, leather, and horsepower. This one does both. The 1967 Procharged Chevrolet Chevelle stands as a modern legend, a perfect embodiment of how history can be reborn without losing its soul. It's as much a tribute to the golden age of muscle cars as it is a testament to contemporary craftsmanship. In a world where performance can often feel sterile and digital, this car roars with analog passion. It's raw, it's beautiful, and above all, it's unforgettable. Standing next to the 1967 Procharged Chevelle, there's an undeniable sense of presence that photos alone can't capture. It doesn't just occupy space, it commands it. The deep Brandywine finish glows like molten glass under sunlight, emphasizing the sculpted body lines that made the Chevelle an icon in the first place. From the subtle curve of the rear haunches to the perfectly proportioned front fascia, this car radiates strength, attitude, and timeless design integrity. Even when standing still, it feels like it's in motion, ready to leap forward at the lightest touch of the throttle. Every car enthusiast has a memory tied to a machine like this. A glimpse of one rumbling through a small-town street at dusk, the scent of gasoline and burnt rubber in the air, the echo of V8 thunder fading into the distance. This Chevelle captures that memory and amplifies it, turning nostalgia into something tangible, mechanical, and alive. It's the dream that every gearhead keeps tucked away, to take a piece of history and make it new again, not through imitation, but through evolution. The craftsmanship here borders on obsessive. Lift the hood and you'll see not just an engine, but a statement of engineering artistry. The 540 Ci Procharged Big Block doesn't just dominate the bay, it defines it. Every line, every hose, every polished surface has a purpose. The aluminum block gleams under the light, while the Procharger system sits proudly in place, a polished sentinel of forced induction. The mechanical symphony of pulleys, belts, and tubing looks like a sculpture carved from determination and expertise. There's no clutter, no compromise, only precision. Fire it up, and the Chevelle comes alive with a deep, thunderous roar that instantly fills the air. The idle is purposeful, the lope steady yet menacing, a clear declaration that this is no ordinary classic. Blip the throttle, and the Procharger responds with a crisp, metallic whine that cuts through the bass-heavy rumble like a war cry. It's the kind of sound that stirs something primal, the kind of noise that makes onlookers turn their heads and smile, knowing they're witnessing pure automotive theater. Once behind the wheel, everything feels deliberate. The Lenco 5-speed transmission requires a driver's touch, rewarding precision and confidence. It's a mechanical handshake between you and the car, a reminder of how engaging driving used to be before the world went digital. Each gear shift delivers a sense of satisfaction, the kind that modern paddle shifters could never replicate. The clutch engages with authority, and when you release it, the Chevelle surges forward with an unstoppable wave of torque. The rear tires bite, the nose lifts slightly, and the horizon suddenly feels a little closer. Despite its raw power, the car's manners are impressively composed. The suspension feels firm but compliant, absorbing imperfections without dulling the connection to the road. Turn into a corner, and it responds with surprising agility for a machine of its size. There's balance in its movement, a dance between classic muscle and modern control. And when it's time to bring all that momentum to a halt, the upgraded disc brakes respond instantly, biting hard yet smoothly, reaffirming that this isn't just a vintage brute, it's a re-engineered masterpiece. It's easy to romanticize a car like this, but the truth is, builds of this caliber don't just happen. They require vision, patience, and deep respect for the past. The builder clearly understood what makes the Chevelle special: its proportions, its presence, its soul. Rather than overwriting history, they've rewritten it with care, allowing the original character to shine through while introducing just enough modern performance to make it thrilling by today's standards. It's the perfect blend of nostalgia and innovation. A bridge between eras, built not in a factory, but in a workshop where passion leads every decision. As the sun sets over Prior Lake, Minnesota, the Chevelle's silhouette cuts an unforgettable figure against the horizon. The metallic paint glows with a fiery hue, the reflections of the fading light rippling across its flawless panels. When it rolls away, the deep exhaust note fades into the distance, but the memory lingers, a reminder of what true automotive artistry feels like. This Chevelle doesn't just represent horsepower, it represents heritage. It embodies the rebellious spirit of late 60s American performance, resurrected and refined for a new generation. It's a car that doesn't simply ask for admiration, it earns it. The balance of brutal power, timeless design, and bespoke craftsmanship places it in a league of its own. In the end, cars like this aren't built to chase trends or please purists, they're built to move souls. This 1967 Chevrolet Chevelle Procharged Restomod does exactly that. It celebrates the past, conquers the present, and promises a future where muscle cars still matter, not as relics of a bygone era, but as living, breathing expressions of individuality and mechanical artistry. It's the sound of American performance reborn, one roar at a time.